Hey everybody, Tony D. Little Jones asleep on the couch somewhere. It's late, and it's time to wrap up the night with a screenwriter's rant on Tom Clancy's Without Morse, Remorse, starring Michael B. Jordan. This looks like a classic revenge thriller, but told in that Tom Clancy way. And that way is, of course, Michael B. Jordan is a special forces guy who can murder people with his pinky, and for some reason, terrorists come to kill him and his wife, his pregnant wife, and she's killed, but he survives. He gets all shot up, and the line here is, he's in the hospital, he may not survive, and she says something like, "The terrorists better hope he doesn't survive," which pretty much tells you what the movie's going to be. It's going to be Michael B. Jordan recovering and murdering many, many people. Um, Flashback to probably Iraq or Afghanistan, a flashback to his happy life with his wife, probably a funeral for one of his friends. The Pentagon, in this case, is run by, what's his face? Oh, God. I said it in the first take, and now I've forgotten his name. Memento guy. What the hell is his name? Guy Pearce. God, I couldn't think of it. So obviously, Michael B is like, I have to make this right by murdering a bunch of people. And that's the way these movies go. It's a classic tale of revenge, but this guy has skills to kill. Skills to Kill. Ooh, that's a good name. He's got all the equipment. It's very military. These sorts of stories. But that's what Tom Clancy was into. That's what his fans were into. Here he is escaping a prison of some kind. Here he is in a plane crash. Here's a room full of guys pointing guns. I mean, but this scene really sealed the deal for me. It's on Amazon Prime, and I'm going to watch it. Here's a very symbolic shot, but and then he's going to be Pentagon guy. He's going to be the guy who probably betrays him, and then Michael B. Jordan has to kill him later. But so he hunts down this guy who I assume is the ambassador of some country, and jams him in between two cars, pours gasoline on the car, lights it on fire. Whoosh, then gets into the car, the burning car, and questions the guy at gunpoint. Yeah, it's badass. That sounds pretty cool. And so it's called Without Remorse, and it's sort of like he's prepared to die. And he probably kills that guy anyway. Based on a novel by Tom Clancy, a screen story and screenplay by Taylor Sheridan and Will Staples. I've never seen the credit screen story. It's usually story by. Interesting. Directed by Stefano Sollima. I like when the screenwriters and directors stay in their own lane sometimes. It can be bad if you get a bad screenwriter or a bad director, but I think a lot of times, ego gets in the way. It's like I said in the previous video. There's too much ego in Hollywood. They need to take a back seat to the project. Make the project good. Michael B. Jordan is a really good actor. I like him in a lot of stuff. He's in his prime. He's leading man. He's in shape. He's young. This is a good movie for me to watch him in because he's the lead, number one, and he's going to be just killing people left and right. Movies with a message, they're fine. Sometimes if I'm in the mood for them, but, I'd rather you sandwich the message in between, a movie like this with a guy killing a bunch of people. It's exciting. I know he's not really killing people, but it's a fun movie. It's a thriller. And you give me some motivation so I can root for the guy and he's going to get his revenge. Yeah, that's what I want to see. Tom Clancy's going to be a little darker. It's going to be a little more like, things are gonna things are gonna be a little more gray. But for the most part, I think this is going to be a winner of a movie. So I give it a thumbs up. Look for it. I believe it comes out in April. This said, yeah, something like that. So look for it on Amazon Prime. And Joan and I will see you tomorrow.